welcome to another edition of the Verde Valley Experience. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us today. As usual, there are lots of exciting things happening here in the Verde Valley. Now that the cooler weather is finally here, it's time for you to get out and support some of your favorite local organizations, and you can have a lot of fun while you're doing that too. Our first guest today is Cindy Holcomb, organizer of the Verde Valley Idol competition. Verde Valley Idol, formerly known as Cottonwood Idol, and I know you've heard of this, is a fundraiser for the Susan J. Ream Adult Day Center Scholarship Fund. It's a very, very cool thing. Auditions are happening November 18th and 21st for one of the most anticipated events of the year, so don't miss your chance to participate as a performer or even just a spectator. It's a really great event. Our next guest will be Beth Rossiter, Oak Creek School PTO representative. Beth will be in the studio today to tell us about their upcoming Old Time Country Fair that's happening on November 21st. The Old Time Country Fair has arts and crafts and raffles and entertainment and a pie eating contest and Dutch oven cooking and petting zoo, face painting, bounce houses, you know, all that good stuff that a county fair should have. You'll want to join the fun during this event because it supports the Oak Creek School activities, so it's a good thing. Then we'll talk to Kelly Wilson, General Manager of the Old Town Mission, and our very own Jackie Bessler, the Sales Manager for Yavapai Broadcasting, about the Flying High Turkey Drive. Now that's sponsored by Fry's, the Cottonwood Chamber of Commerce, and Yavapai Broadcasting. So you've probably been to this if you've been anywhere near the Verde Valley this time of year. Fry's shoppers donate turkeys and watch from the ground as the fire truck ladders are raised to the sky, and it all benefits the Old Town Mission. So it's a real easy one for you to get involved in. After that, we'll meet with Eddie Diaz, who is the founder and CEO of the Disking for Kids program. Disking for Kids is a volunteer, no-cost, low-impact program designed to teach our youth the fundamental skills of disc golf, which is a little more complicated than you might think. You'll see. And it encourages kids to maintain a healthy lifestyle with daily exercise, nutritional balance, a mentoring program. It teaches them leadership skills along with hand-eye coordination, self-confidence, self-discipline, patience, environmental awareness. I mean, who thunk you could learn all this stuff from disc golf? And it creates a safe and family-friendly activity. It's a great program, and you'll learn all about it here. And we'll finish out our show today with a visit from Susie Beeler. Now, Susie will share with us the incredible power of her music, which is called Didgeridoo Sound Healing. This is very interesting. We've all heard of the incredible ability for music to release us from emotional pain and bring joy and light into the dark areas of our lives. Well, today you'll get to be able to experience some of that for yourself. So make sure you stick around. We've got lots of good stuff, so we're going to go ahead and get right started. We have Cindy Holcomb here. Thank you, Cindy, so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Now that is a big thing for you to have to coordinate and organize. Verde Valley Idol.
Yep.
It's huge.
It is huge.
It's a household name here.
I hope so. It's in its 8th year, really. Wow. Started in Sedona, but 3 years in Cottonwood.
Right, right. Yeah. And you've just recently this year changed the name because it used to be Cottonwood Idol.
Correct.
Now it's Verde Valley Idol, but it is the same event.
Right. And part of the reason that we did that is because the Susan J. Ream Adult Daycare Center has participants from all over the Verde Valley. There's a bus that goes to the village of Oak Creek and Sedona to pick up participants and bring them to the center.
That's sure.
Yeah.
Now tell us a little bit about the center. I know it's newly opened, well, last year now.
A couple years,
yep,
yeah.
Over down on Main Street there. Beautiful, beautiful facility. Tell us what goes on there.
Well, seniors can go there and have a nice, wonderful atmosphere to spend time in. They can play games, they can do music, they have really good, nutritious meals. It gives caregivers a place to take their loved ones so that they can have a day off or go to work or whatever they need to do. And so it's a wonderful, wonderful place. And the center is, it gives them, the seniors, a better quality of life. Instead of sitting in their home with nothing to do, they get to go and have fun with other seniors.
Right, and socialize.
Yeah. And socialize.
Socialization is so important for any age.
Absolutely, right.
That's great. And lots of different programs you have there. I think you have a woodworking program, you have a garden, you have art, of course, music, all the things that enrich. Cooking,
yes.
All right.
They have a full kitchen and they teach cooking and just have a lot of fun with the seniors.
That's really fantastic. Yes. Now, Verde Valley Idol benefits the Scholarship Fund. Now, what is the Scholarship Fund?
Well, some people cannot afford to go to the center. Of course, there's a cost associated because there's registered nurses on staff and all of the staff that take care of the seniors and help the seniors. And so the Scholarship Fund helps those people who are not able to go. They might only go one day a week, but rather than every day, but then there are some seniors that go there every day.
Right. How lucky are they?
Yeah.
That's really great.
So that's what the Scholarship Fund does, and we are really, really proud and excited to raise money for this fund.
Yeah, I bet. Now tell us a little bit about Verde Valley Idol. Who can participate? How does this work?
Well, if you're from 8 to 80, you can participate. If you like to sing, if you've always wanted to sing, maybe just it's on your bucket list to do that, sing in front of in lights and with professional sound and a microphone. It's just a lot of fun. We have wonderful judges and we have no Simon Cowells on our judging panel. So they can come out and they can audition. It's a $10 audition fee, but again, all the money goes to the Scholarship Fund. And then at the end of both audition days, then I will call them and say, "You've made it to Hollywood."
Wow!
And we have kids that have participated for several years, and like I said, from 8 to 80. Year before last, our runner-up in our adult division was 72 years old. So you're never too old to participate and come out and just get in front of a group of people and sing and have a fun time.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Now, auditions, you've got 2 different auditions that are going to be coming up.
Correct.
And the first one is scheduled for Wednesday, November 18th from 5 to 7. And the second one is Saturday, November 21st from 10 to noon.
Perfect.
Do you
That's
need
exactly
to
right.
pre-register?
We would like for you to call me or email me, and I will give you an audition time.
Sure.
That way we don't have 20 people singing at 5 o'clock.
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
And people don't have to wait too long, but it's a lot of fun. And what's happened in the past is that people come to watch the auditions, just like they do on American Idol or anything like that, the other shows. Then you can pick out kind of your favorite and follow them all the way through the competition.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And there's a $5 admission fee to
watch.
To spectate.
Right.
Which is great. And again, it's benefiting the Susan J. Green Scholarship Fund. So that's worth it. And that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know,
it is a lot of
your
fun.
fellow locals on and whatnot. Now, the auditions are done a cappella. That's
Yes,
correct.
they are.
Okay, important note.
Yes. And you don't even have to sing a whole song. You can sing a verse or two and a chorus. And that gives the judges everything they need to decide whether you need to go on to the competition.
Very good.
Yeah.
Anybody got a shepherd's hook? Like, okay.
None of those.
You don't have to worry about that.
A couple years ago, we had a teacher that auditioned and made it into the competition, and he actually had a fan club, and they wore T-shirts during the competition, cheering him on. So everybody can come out and audition. One gal that auditioned several years ago and was in the competition has actually made a CD now. She went to Nashville and made a CD.
How great.
Yes.
See, good things are happening here at the Verde Valley Idol. That's
Absolutely.
exciting. How many participants have you gotten on average in the past 8 years?
Anywhere from 40 people audition up to 75.
That's quite a bit.
Yes.
How many do you accept for the actual competition?
Between 30 and 36.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot.
So as long as you can carry a tune normally, you can go on to the competition.
Wow.
But having said that, we have some extremely talented people in the Verde Valley.
We do.
And like I said, one gal went on and made a CD. So
nice. That is great.
Yeah.
Now, do you need any help in any way with the event? Do you need any sort of volunteerism? You need sponsors.
We would love to have corporate sponsors who donate money, funds that go toward the production of the competition, because we have to pay for a venue and that type of thing.
Right.
But every penny raised from the auditions and the competition with ticket sales, all of that goes to the Scholarship Fund.
Wow.
And we also would take prizes. We have just today, I met with someone from Yavapai College, and we may be getting a couple of small scholarships for College for Kids.
Wow.
As prizes. Right.
What if that's really great?
That is an awesome
That's
gift.
worth getting up on stage and singing in a bunch of people.
Absolutely.
Win a scholarship.
And the winner of the adult competition will get a premium pass for the Sedona International Film Festival, which is about $1,000 value prize.
That's a huge
prize. Yes.
I want to win that one.
Come on out.
Come
on out and audition.
Wow. It's a major prize.
Absolutely.
This is a big deal.
Yes. And we have a prize of Don Laughlin's Riverside Resort. The adult winner gets 2 nights at Don Laughlin's Riverside Resort. We have other donations from the community, golf packages from Oak Creek Country Club, which is it's $125 value. So we have lots of prizes, and then we have gift certificates from a lot of the merchants locally, and everybody really helps out, and that's what we need.
That is truly wonderful. That's great. And it all goes to support the Susan J. Ream Scholarship Fund to help seniors who perhaps can't afford to go to the daycare center to actually get out and enjoy life and do wonderful things and socialize.
That's what it's all about.
Really. And
because our
truly.
seniors are treasures.
Absolutely.
And we want to make sure that they have some place to go.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful center.
It is a beautiful center.
Congratulations on that new beautiful center. It's truly, truly wonderful.
Yvonne Napolitano is the executive director. She's in the Prescott area. And then Angelica is the local RN and director of our center here. And they do a fabulous job.
Yeah.
They have a social director, and they make sure that the seniors are entertained and engaged and have a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's really wonderful. And thank you for your involvement in this.
Absolutely.
What made this so special for you that you wanted to organize
You know, I was on the original board of the Sedona Sunrise Center in Sedona, and we decided we needed to find out a way to raise money. And I said, well, number one, I love to sing. I've always sung with my family. And so I said, let's do something like American Idol. So that's what we decided to do, and it's in its 8th year. And not only that, but seniors have a special place in my heart too.
Oh, that's great. And it's taken off too. It really is one of the most anticipated events in the Verde Valley. Okay, so if you want to audition, your first chance is Wednesday, November 18th from 5 to 7. And if you miss that one, Saturday, November 21st from 10 to noon. Make sure you check it out. You can give her a call at 928-300-9860. And you can also check out adultcareservices.org if you want to learn more about the Susan J. Ream Daycare Center. That's really an amazing place for our senior adults to hang out. Thank you so much, Cindy. Really appreciate you being
I really
here.
appreciate that.
This is one of Cindy Holcomb, everyone. And we'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Thank you.
Spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with Beth Rossiter, who is on the PTO board of the Oak Creek School, which is a very wonderful local school that we have here. And they have an event coming up called the Old Time Country Fair. How can you not love that?
Exactly.
Thank you for being here, Beth. Really appreciate it. What a wonderful event. And this is not the first annual.
This is probably the 35th annual.
35th.
I think we started this in 1980.
Wow.
And still going strong.
That is amazing.
It is a great community event.
I bet. Now that is coming up on November 21st from 10 to 3, and that is going to be held on and Purple Sage Drive right there.
Purple Sage Drive. It's the corner of Purple Sage and Rancho Bonito.
Very good. Very good. That's very sweet. And you got all kinds of stuff happening: arts, crafts, raffles, entertainment. Now pie eating contest.
Pie eating contest.
What kind of
that's
pie?
Quite a dry. It's actually just whipped cream.
Oh, whipped cream pie. Well, that's good.
But yeah, we have a gentleman that does Dutch oven cooking, so there will be lots of cobblers there and Just all kinds of things. I mean, I think we have 30 different vendors that come out.
Wow.
And we have a lot of entertainers. Hopefully we'll have someone from the ballet. Today we were notified we'd have a Native American hoop dancer, so that should be exciting as well.
Very nice, very nice. Now, this particular event raises funds for the Oak Creek School.
For the school.
And what happens there?
Well, you know, we are part of the Cottonwood Oak Creek School District, but being out of Cornville, sometimes it's a little out of sight, out of mind. And the Oak Creek School really is a community school. It's where most things in our community happen at Cornville. So we've done a number of things. We built our first baseball field about 30 years ago. And then later the community pitched together and we built a soccer field with 2 more baseball fields there, and playground equipment, supplies for the students. Recently the school's kind of changed a little bit and it's become a STEM school, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Wow.
And so trying to just locate all the different materials that will help these students move ahead.
Yeah, sure. Wow, that's a great move for you
It
guys.
is. It's a great move.
That is really interesting. That takes it to a whole nother level.
It does.
Wow. Now, you're on the Parent-Teacher Association.
I am on the parent-teacher. I taught at Oak Creek for almost 20 years.
Wow.
And then I moved into Cottonwood and taught 4th grade at Cottonwood Elementary School and retired this year. And so now need to give back to the community.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, congratulations
yeah,
on your
thank you.
retirement, and thank you for your many years of dedicated service.
Yeah.
That's truly amazing.
Well, this is fun. I remember the year that we first started the fair and the things that we came up with to do. And then again, it was to help, you know, get some money for the school. You know, we never have enough, so.
That is true. So tell me, where do the funds come from? Is there an admission fee for the fair?
There is no admission fee, but the people can buy tickets for games because there'll be a number of games there. And then there are vendors, and each of the vendors purchases a table or a booth, and then they give a little bit of their proceeds. We sell food, so lunch we have pulled pork and beans or hot dogs or whatever they want there.
Yum.
And we do have the Dutch oven cooking, and so there's just lots of things going on. It's just really a fun day for everyone, you know, the whole family.
I bet. What's a favorite memory of yours? You've been to so many of them now. You must have seen some incredible things.
One of our first, when we first decided to have the fair, we thought we would do a greased pig contest and a flagpole, climb the flagpole. I think we had a $50 bill at the top.
Wow.
And we did that first year. We weren't allowed to do the greased pig, because there was some kind of a virus going on, but we did have the greased flagpole. And that was kind of exciting, but insurance won't allow us to do that anymore.
30 years ago, you know, things are a little different now, I guess.
So my children have gone through Oak Creek School and participated in the fair, and now my grandchildren go and participate in the fair. So I think that's probably my biggest. And then the fact that the whole community gets involved. You know, usually the fire department comes and gives rides, and a lot of people with their animals. So we have a petting zoo, and some people bring their, if they have a cart and a pony, so we do pony cart rides.
Oh, fun.
It's just a great day for the community to come together and celebrate.
Right. It really sounds like a true old-time country fair.
It is, exactly.
Especially with pie eating. Can you see I'm a bit obsessed with this idea of eating with how many? Have you ever entered that, or any of your children?
No, never have.
Nobody in the family?
No.
I'd like to put my daughter in that just to see her covered in whipped cream.
One of my husband's favorite events is we usually have something like a goat drop, and they it's kind of like the old football pools. So you get to select an area where you think the goat might drop. And if you do, you know, then you win whatever monies are there, and that's his favorite, is following the goat.
Have you ever heard of a goat drop? I have not heard of this, but this is great.
The goat drop, yeah.
The goat drop. That's I can see the kids really getting into that
They
too.
can.
Wow, that is way too much fun. Again, it's happening November 21st. You've got plenty of time. Go write this on your calendar. November 21st from 10 till 3 at the school. It sounds like you've got a huge, with all those fields and everything, you've got plenty of room.
We do have plenty of room. It's a great shopping before the holidays. It's the perfect place to come and do your holiday shopping.
That is true. That is true. And it's just at the beginning of Thanksgiving break, so you're going to need something to do with your children.
Exactly.
Going into that. Now, do you need anything? Do you need any sponsors, any volunteers, any help from the community?
Anybody that would like to be a vendor, if they would like to come out, they're welcome to do that. They can contact Carrie Heisley at 634-4553 if they want to be a vendor. Anybody that would like to come out and do entertainment is more than welcome to come. We just love to see everything that's going on.
Yeah, sure. Do you know the names of any of the musicians you've got coming in?
Let's see, the Roadrunners, Cottonwood Roadrunners will be coming out to do their square dancing.
Fun. Those
I
guys
know
are
that we
great.
were going to contact the ballet and see if the ballet would come. There were a couple of other things that I knew about, and I've kind of
Sure. You've got a
lost
lot
it.
going on.
Yeah.
I bet. You're in the full swing of it now. For
Exactly.
sure. With all your vendors and who cooks your food?
Grasshopper Grill in Cornville does all of the pulled pork. One of the teachers does all of the beans.
Wow.
I think she's one of the technology teachers, and so she just does crock pots full of beans.
Wow.
And the hot dogs they do there at the school, our food service, which is Sodexo,
All right.
and they do the hot dogs for us.
That's great. So you've got that all covered. You can spend the whole day there. You can have a nice lunch.
Yes.
You can support the Oak Creek School. Do you have any projects that you're working towards now that you're hoping the funds could help?
I think they're really working towards, they had just got something new from a Sue Larson training where they're kind of starting to go into the robotics, and I think they're looking at purchasing some equipment to facilitate that.
That's amazing. That is neat. Now, how did you guys, do you know how you got the idea to take it to the STEM school side?
Well, I think that, probably about 6 years ago, there was kind of a shake-up in the district where, economically we were forced to close a school. And at that time, Oak Creek was kind of on the chopping block, and they didn't close it, but really reduced the numbers. But because it is such a community school, they weren't going to let that happen. And so the community really fought to keep that school. So whatever it is that we have to do to keep that school and keep it moving forward, I think that's what people are going to work towards.
Sure. And what a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
And mathematics.
We don't have anything like that.
No, it's just where we are anymore,
That's really awesome.
So
That's
STEM.
awesome. That's great. Oh my gosh. So make sure you get yourself to the Old Time Country Fair. I mean, this is amazing. It's in its 30-something year. I
Yeah,
mean,
35th. This should be our 35th year.
That's just fantastic. November
Yeah.
21st from 10 to 3 right there on the corner of Purple Sage Drive in Cornville. Make sure you check it out. Beth, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank
you
you.
for all your work and being a parent and a teacher and helping with this. It's really awesome for the community.
Well, we live in a great community.
We do. We do. Don't go away because we'll be right back.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. and move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We are now here with Kelly Wilson, who is the General Manager of the Old Town Mission, and our own Jackie Bessler, who is the Sales Manager here at Yavafy Broadcasting. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
For having us.
Wonderful to have you both in the studio again. I know we talked about this last year, but it was really fun, so we had to have you come in and talk about it again. So, first of all, you guys are here mainly to discuss the Flying High Turkey Drive, which is always a huge hit every year. This is truly, how many is this now, Jackie?
We are on our 19th annual.
19.
19th.
That's a lot of turkey.
I started when I was 2.
Yes, you did. You're looking pretty good. That's great. Now, this primarily this event is to benefit the Old Town Mission. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
That's
Here in
great.
Cottonwood.
Here in Cottonwood, because you do Thanksgiving dinner for so many families. There
We
really
do.
is a need for the turkey.
Yeah, every year we package 700 bags. So on Monday, simultaneously, the third grade elementary classes from Cottonwood Elementary will be down at the mission putting together the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the vegetables, and the only thing they're missing is the turkeys, and so that's why we're going to be at Fry's, hopefully collecting 800 turkeys to complete those bags.
800 turkeys. That's some tall turkey. Now, speaking of tall turkey, I mean, you raise a ladder from the fire truck every time a turkey comes in? Is that how this works?
Well, kind of, sort of. The Cottonwood Fire Department comes out with their ladder truck, puts it up, and then certain individuals, brave individuals.
He's giving you the eye there, Kelly.
Oh, well, and actually, Kelly's going to be on the ground. She's going to keep her feet on the ground this year. But our very own vice mayor will probably start off on the ladder truck, and as we collect turkeys, she will go up further and further up the ladder.
Wow.
So when we hit our goal, so if there's 80 rungs, and we want 800 turkeys, it's a rung a ladder.
Okay.
No, a rung. No, every 10 turkeys is a rung. There we go.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
There we go.
Sounds good.
Well, that's fun.
It
and
is.
as long as you're not afraid of heights.
Are you?
No.
Oh, good.
Not unless the ladder starts going like this.
It does.
Oh, it does.
Oh, it does. Does it? Oh,
Yes.
wow. Well, that's exciting. That's truly community service there.
It really is. Yeah, you get up there pretty high, and everyone's fighting me for it this year.
Really?
So I get to take a step back and stay safely on the ground, and we'll also have Matt Shoemaker, who's the principal over at Cottonwood Middle School. He'll be up there and hopefully bringing out all of his middle school students to come help out and donate some turkeys.
That's really great. So what is the idea that someone would to go into the shopping center there, pick up an extra turkey,
Right.
and then come back out with said turkey
Yes.
and hand it over to you, Jackie?
Yep. And donate. However, we don't want to limit people either. Obviously, Fry's has been such a great partner with us on this event, helping us out with the turkey purchases, etc. Businesses are welcome to come and purchase in volume if they so desire. And of course, individuals that maybe aren't going to do a turkey, I'm pretty sure we can still deal with all the side fixings and take care of that too, yes.
We can take all of that. And the great thing is at the end of the night, whatever cash we have donated, I get to go inside the store and purchase turkeys. And so it's usually a couple pallets worth of turkeys that we're able to just go in and buy at the end of the night.
That's wonderful. Now, how is the need, has it risen this year over last year, your need for turkeys?
It really seems that it has risen. We're going to partner with a couple other agencies to ensure that we don't run out of turkeys this year. But it's just everyone seems to be struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. So the numbers in our food pantry have gone up quite a bit. And last Wednesday, we distributed 120 food boxes in one 2-hour period. So it just seems to rise.
Certainly. Now, how do you create the food boxes? Where does the food come from that goes into these boxes?
Well, it's all from donations. We're starting food drives right now, so you might find it at different banks and different churches, and the schools are all doing them. So we'll just start getting individual donations right now. People are bringing in all the fixings, the mashed potatoes, and dropping them off, and then that's where we'll have volunteers come in and sort it and get it ready for the third grade that we'll put them all together on Monday.
How fun is that for the third grade? I bet that's really cool. Now, if someone wants to bring a box of goodies to you, they come directly to the Old Town Mission.
Yep, they go right into the Old Town Mission. We're there from Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, and it's 116 East Pinal, and they just come in, drop it off, and we'll give them a receipt.
Oh, very, very good. Now, do you need more volunteers for this event? Are you looking for anyone to do some additional work?
We are always looking for volunteers. The big part of it is going to be sorting the food, because when the food's dropped off, it's not sorted, so we have to go through. And by the end of all these food drives, it's going to be close to 20,000 pounds of food that has to be put away and gone through. So it's quite a bit.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And then how do you go about distributing the food boxes to the families?
On Tuesday, the day after the Flying High Turkey Drive, we are just going to open our doors at 9 a.m. And anybody that's currently in our system that's been receiving food is eligible. So they just come in, stand in line. It's first come, first serve. And typically it's between 600 and 700 people between 9 and 1 p.m.
Wow. That's
just
truly
come down.
amazing. And you can check out oldtownmission.org. There's a really wonderful website that has lots of information on it if you want to volunteer or get involved or donate or whatever. Now, if say you're one of those disadvantaged families and you're considering being part of the Old Town Mission family, how do they go about? Do they come into the mission? Should they go online? Should they make a phone call? What's the best way?
Yeah, the best thing to do now is to just come on in Monday through Friday, and then just fill out a short little application. They'll get in our system, and then they'll be set to go. They can get food that day, and then they'll be eligible to get the food box for Thanksgiving.
Wow, that's an amazing thing. How long has that been going on here in the Verde Valley, the Old Town Mission?
The Old Town Mission's been here since 1989. I've been here for 4 years, and they've been in that current location since the early 90s.
Right.
So we've been here just, over 20 years.
Wow, that's a lot of food distributed to a lot of needy families here in the Verde Valley. That's great. But this has got to be your biggest of the year food drive for the turkeys for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
800 turkeys is our goal for the Flying High Turkey Drive. And then all the food, it's like 30,000 pounds. And unfortunately, this is we do a food drive in the fall, and then we do one around May. So after this food drive, after we give out the Thanksgiving bags, the food that's left over is really going to carry us through January, February, and then we'll start running low again around March. So
Yeah.
that's our goal.
I can see that for sure. So you're going to need a lot. So get ready, go shopping. Jackie, have you truly been involved with 19 of these Flying High Turkey Drives?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Aren't you awesome?
Yeah, it's I remember the best years is when it snows.
Right.
Yeah, because you get pity donations for being up the ladder.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if we wish you snow this year, then it's a good thing.
I would take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, I wish you lots of snow.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It has been very gratifying. Yavapai Broadcasting has been able to expand this across into multiple locations, Prescott Valley, Prescott, Flagstaff. And the best thing about this is that all of the donations stay in the community where collected.
Right.
As opposed to other food drives that kind of go on regionally and you're not quite sure where it all ends up.
Right.
And everything ends up where you've donated it. So
That's true.
that I just absolutely love.
Yeah, that's really important, that locals helping other locals, and it truly is quite a need here in the Verde Valley. And Thanksgiving, is such an important holiday for families and just for our souls in general, as far as reconnecting with loved ones and feeling loved by getting a box of food, being able to make that dinner, being able to connect, and you standing out in the snow and you packing over 3,000 pounds of food an hour. Yeah. I mean, that's just a wonderful thing that you guys are doing in 19 years. That's something else. Wow. You've been standing outside for 19 years.
Well, not consistently, but on that day, yes.
That's great. That's great. Bundle up this year, because we're wishing for snow, all right? Everybody with me, wish for snow so we can get pity donations. That's really fun. And it is well broadcast. If anyone who listens to the radio hears about it, you guys are, hey, come on down, help out. And it's really well advertised, which is really great. So it seems to be very successful for you guys every year.
It is, yeah. We get all the turkeys that we need, and then we also serve Thanksgiving dinner on Wednesday, so we get enough turkeys to cook for that, and we invite everybody to come out. That's from 11 to 1:30, and it's just like a restaurant on that day, so we'll serve them on the table and keep going. And
That's great. Boy, you do a lot. Thank you, Kelly, for
Thank
everything
you.
you're doing there at the Old Town Mission. We have Kelly, the General Manager of the Old Town Mission, Mr. Jackie Bessler, our wonderful sales manager here at Yavapai Broadcasting. Thank you guys so much for being here. Check out oldtownmission.org. Wonderful website, amazing organization. Make sure you get involved with the Flying High Turkey Drive that's going to happen Monday, the 23rd, November the 23rd, from 12 to 6 in the Fry's parking lot. So we're going to see you there and wish for snow. Okay. And we'll be right back, so don't go away.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. Yes, we are here in the studio on our On Location segment because we got rained and hailed and lightning out, but that's okay because we have with us Eddie Diaz, who is the CEO and founder of Disking for Kids. Disking for Kids is awesome. You've got to hear all about that. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on the show.
Sure, and thank you for being flexible now that we're in the studio.
Yeah. Wish we were outside, but this is okay.
This will work fine because
Yes.
disc golf is much more involved than I had expected. I mean, I play regular golf, and what we were saying earlier is how much disc golf is like actual golf. I mean, you've brought a good 25 different discs here. Can you explain a little bit about a few of the discs that are used for
Absolutely.
disc golf?
What we have is, they have a putter, which is more, got some more of a edge on it like this. And then these are used for short distance, just like your putter when you're putting in ball golf. And then you have mid-ranges, which are your up shots, which go a little bit further than your putter. They have more of a glide. And then you have your drivers, which actually go further down the road. Wow. And as you can tell, I have different kinds. I mean, this is a Prodigy, this is a Legacy, and this is an Innova. I mean,
Wow.
there's just so many different manufacturers nowadays that are coming out with different discs that do different things. For example, this is a 14 speed, meaning that this is more of an advanced level thrower. Because you got to throw it further for it to actually work, kind of like in ball golf.
Right.
Your swing, I mean, the club size, the size of the head of the club, so on and so forth.
That's amazing. So as a basic person, you know, just the average disc golfer is going to need 10 different discs in their bag?
3 discs.
3 discs.
They're going to need a putter, they're going to need a mid-range, and they're going to need a driver.
Fabulous.
And it's, I mean, very inexpensive to get into the sport. I mean, each disc can range anywhere. I mean, depending upon the plastic. It's just like when you play ball golf. The balls are different plastic or different type of material, and they're better.
Right.
And this one here, I mean, the price on it is $849. You know, I mean,
Right.
this is carried by one of my sponsors up in Flagstaff that sponsors Discing for Kids.
Right.
And,
Yeah, that's great. So
and
it's
then-
an inexpensive sport.
Yes, but then you can go on up to a more expensive disc, and you're going to pay $18 to $22 for this disc.
Right.
So it depends upon the level you want to take it to.
Right, exactly. It depends upon the level you want to take it to. Now, the great thing about disking for golf is you start with very, very young children and you teach them how to play disc golf, and there's more to it than that, because tell us a little bit about what they're learning for themselves when they're playing disc golf.
Okay, what we've created is we've created a Disking for Kids program. It's a nonprofit organization that we've got in Flagstaff where we're involved with the Facts After School program. We started off with a pilot program where we started with 25 children back in April of this year. And what we went once a week for 1 hour a week. The next thing you know, the kids loved it so much, the school loved it so much, they brought us back to their summer program, and we went to 250 kids overnight. Wow. And at that point, what we started doing is we created an educational curriculum where we have a mentoring program, leadership skills, sportsmanship, environmental impact. I mean, no bullying. I mean, and there's two real important rules of Disking for Kids. Most important is you got to have fun.
Right.
And the second one is you never throw a disc at no one.
Oh. That's a good rule.
See, because what we did is we took it to another level. We started teaching children from the grades of kindergarten through 5th grade, which has very rarely been done that I know of. And what we do is we take the kids in and we teach them how to be prepared to play competitively or non-competitively in their areas. And by doing so, what we do is we incorporate games. We have a game called Ring of Fire, where everybody gets around the basket, and everybody has a disc, and they're like 10 feet away, and at the count of 3, everybody tries to make it. Whoever makes it goes on. And,
wow.
And that teaches eye-hand coordination without them even knowing it.
Right.
And then the leadership skills and the sportsmanship, I have one little guy named Michael, and he wins every time, because I set up a mock disc golf course at the schools, and he came up to me and he says, "Mr. Eddie, I don't want to compete today." And I was like, "Why, Michael?" And he says, "Because I'm going to win." Oh. And I was like, "Oh my goodness." And he wasn't being vain. He was just, I mean, he knows his skill level.
Confident.
Exactly, confidence, because that's what we teach is confidence. At that point in time, I looked at Michael and I said, "I want you to play, but I want you to give your trophy to the second place." Oh. And that's exactly what Michael did. I mean, the trophy was, I mean, it was a disc like this that we give to the kids. I mean, we have a tournament once a month. And we give away discs, we give away bags, and as you can see, there's little ones, and these here are markers. You know what I mean? Just like when you pull the marker off your glove, this is what we use to mark our discs when we pick them up. And the kids love the markers.
Oh, they're cute. They're really cute.
Exactly.
It's amazing the parallels between actual ball golf, as you say, and you were quite the golfer.
Yeah,
prior to this.
I used to golf a lot, then I injured my shoulder. I'm on disability, and I can no longer swing a golf club, so my therapist, my sports doctor, told me to play disc golf, and I broke my ankle too.
Oh,
so
goodness.
exactly, I'm a little beat up, but I'm still kicking.
Yeah, and what you're doing here is wonderful for the children, because a lot of kids, you know, I don't know, mine particularly, getting them interested in a sport, in an activity. Oh, it's hard, I don't want to do it. This actually appeals to a lot of children who maybe don't like regular sports. Maybe they're not particularly physical, or they're too unmotivated or whatever. This gets them outside, gets them motivated, teaches them confidence, hand-eye coordination, which is huge, teamwork, leadership skills. It's awesome.
Here's another phenomenal thing. No internet required.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah, no internet required. Yeah, you don't need an app to play this.
Well, there you go.
I mean, you can have an app to keep your score, to keep your handicaps when you start getting more advanced.
Sure.
But you do not need an app. You do not need the internet. And what's nice about it is sometimes when we go on the course, we lose internet signal. We lose signal anyway.
Well, there you go. So you got to put the little iPhones away while you play disc golf. And really, it's an inexpensive sport to get into. Just a couple of bucks will get you a basic disc, and you only need a couple of them. Now, Disking for Kids. That's disking, the number 4kids.org. Check out the website. Great website. Lots of good information there. Of course, what's happening. You do certain fundraisers throughout the year. We just passed one on the 8th. It was particularly for veterans, which is really wonderful.
It was physically for veterans, and I was granted the opportunity by Mr. Bigelow, Ryan Bigelow, with the Parks and Rec Department here in Cottonwood, to be able to set up a booth with a raffle with 100% of the proceeds going to benefit my 750 kids in our program. And on top of that, I've been in conjunctions with the city down here of bringing Disking for Kids to cottonwood in your area here in the very near future.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing. This is such a great program.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to have to learn how to do disc golf now.
You know what? The nice thing about it is it's very low impact, and it's great cardio, great exercise, and the family, and just getting the family together and meeting new people on the course.
For sure. Eddie Diaz, who is the founder and CEO of Disking for Kids. Check it out, diskingforkids.org. We'll be right back, so don't go away.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Do Your Selfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old pile of t-shirts.
It's not garbage, it's actually a new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. It turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, such a small person and such a big sound. That's truly amazing. That was wonderful. And I love the didgeridoo, everyone. Of course, we have Susie Byler, the lovely and talented Susie Byler here. Thank you for joining us on the show today.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
This is wonderful because this is so different and alive, and I love it. So how long have you been playing the didgeridoo?
A little over 2 years.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful because the camera angles, we could really see the muscles in your abdomen working. I mean, that's a full body thing to play the didgeridoo, which
It's
is
exercise,
amazing.
yeah.
And what is it? Is it wood? Is it plastic? Is it?
Okay, so this one is plastic. But the real ones, the traditionally made ones are made out of wood.
Wood. Very, very
eucalyptus trees that are hollowed out by termites, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, so they're naturally made then.
Yeah.
Well, that's really neat.
But I love the sound of this one, so and it's easy to travel with, so I like
certainly.
this one a lot.
And usually when you see someone playing the didgeridoo, it's down. But you're playing it up and out, which takes a whole nother physical level to it. Because you normally do this over a person, is that correct?
Yes.
That's neat. Can you describe that to us?
Yes, I call it didgeridoo sound healing. And what it does is it organizes the brain. It helps the right and left hemispheres of the brain communicate with each other. It aligns the chakras. It bridges heaven and earth. And it balances the masculine and feminine energies. Because I'm using the didge, which is a very masculine, earthy energy, and then my voice, which is very feminine and more celestial. So it helps to create all those things within the body because I hold it like right up to the person when I do the healing.
And I was standing over there and was definitely feeling it.
Yes.
The whole room was vibrating with the didge, and then also with your voice on a completely different level. But the vibrations in the studio were quite intense. It was very interesting. I almost wanted to sit down when you started. I'm like, oh, my knees are going way down.
Or lie down.
Yeah,
so
right.
Really
I could see how that would be. Now, what kind of benefits do people see with having something like this done?
Yeah, better circulation, reduction in pain, more clarity, because it really assists with clearing out the emotional body and helping the person be more in tune with their own wisdom and knowledge and their spirit and their soul. And so it really works on so many different levels. It's not just a physical experience.
Right.
It's also very relaxing and soothing to the emotional being.
Yeah, I found that very relaxing. The sound of the didge was just so deep and earthy and primal.
Yeah.
That was just so neat. It's a pipe. It looks really difficult to play.
It's just a hollow tube.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you make that sound in a hollow plastic tube?
Well, it's called circular breathing. And so basically, if you can imagine that you have a mouthful of water and you're pushing the water out of your mouth as you're breathing in through your nose.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm doing as I'm expelling air through the pipe to keep the vibration going. Without breaking it up, I'm breathing in through my nose.
Well, sure, just like a jazz trumpet player.
Yeah, exactly.
They do the exact same thing. Dizzy Gillespie actually did
There you
that
go.
too. So there you go, mini Dizzy Gillespie here with different kind of horns. That is too neat. Now, when did you decide to follow the path of a sound healer? How did this come about for you?
Well, I've always been in the healing arts for a long, long time, and I had to be with the didge because of the sound was so primal and grounding and like ancient, and there was something about it that just called to me. And so when I learned to play, it was kind of obvious I'll use it as a tool to facilitate healing for people.
Sure.
Because what else am I going to do? Just play around the house? Like, no, I have to be in service with it somehow.
This is a true woman. I got to do something with it. I can't just let it hang around the house.
That's right.
That's very cool. Now, you actually have a CD out.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
It's a 50-minute meditation called Didgeridoo Healing.
Didgeridoo Sound Healing Meditation. Yeah.
Which is really, really neat. You can check that out on Amazon and CD Baby, I believe.
Yes, and also from my website.
And also from SusieByler.com. Real simple website.
Yes.
Thank you. SusieByler.com. Check it out.
Thank you.
Great stories and pictures and information on there of your journeys that you've done and getting where you are. But it sounds like now the 50 minutes. I mean, wow, you'd be so blissed out.
It's fun because the longer you listen to it, it's the didge and the voice and the didge and the voice. It goes back and forth. So the longer you listen, the deeper into the meditation you go.
Wow.
And so by the end, hopefully
Need more of that.
transformed.
Hey, there you go. There you go. It could. You never know. I mean, music has always been used for healing.
Absolutely.
And you've obviously got these wonderful talents that you're sharing with the
Thank
world,
you,
making it a
Jen.
better place. So it's
Thank
really
you.
super. And you're going to give us some more demonstration of your amazing sound healing. I'm feeling better. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling a lot better. So turn your volume up a little bit more and sit down on your couch for this one. It'll be wonderful. Check out SusieByler.com. SusieByler.com. Susie, thank you so much for being here. It took me a long time to get this young lady, so this is a big deal.
You're so sweet.
And thank you for
having
sharing
me.
your gifts. Really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. And thank you all for watching the Verde Valley Experience. We really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time.